Hey, Phantomaniacs! Welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we are taking a look at the brand new Ringside Collectibles exclusive Defining Moments Pipe Bomb CM Punk. That's right. Finally, we have a figure of the most iconic moment in CM Punk's career. Perhaps one of the most iconic promos of all time. Well, let's take a look real quick. 3 days before Money in the Bank 2011, where CM Punk and John Cena would battle in the main event for the WWE Championship, the voice of the voiceless had a few things to get off his chest on Raw. He wanted to know why John Cena was tagged as the best when CM Punk was the best in the world. He knew he would never get the same opportunities as Cena because no matter how many brass rings he grabbed, he was no backstage politician. Known as the Pipe Bomb, Punk's mic-dropping moment on Raw is one of, if not the most infamous promo in WWE history. Thank you, Ravishing Robert, for that wonderful verbiage describing the event. So, obviously, we've got the image of Punk right here on the back that we can compare the figure to. But I also have, because Mattel is known for, altering things up a little bit from time to time. So I have grabbed an image from the promo itself to share. As a matter of fact, I'll go ahead and put it in right now. And maybe we'll pull it up later on so we can do a comparison once the figure is out of the box. The first thing that I noticed that jumped out at me that annoyed me is they use the old method of X's for these, where it's just like it doesn't look drawn. But let's get the figure out and we'll dig deeper into all of that. I haven't bought a Defining Moments figure because the line, or the segment, subline, whatever you want to call it, was essentially retired years ago. And then Ringside brought it back in, I want to say 2023, I think. And one of the releases was Cody with the hideous pec bruise, which props to WWE and Ringside and Mattel for actually executing that. Pretty cool figure. So Defining Moments are back, and that's pretty cool. Got the signature. I have no idea what CM Punk's signature looks like, but I appreciate that this is kind of in here on this little nameplate type deal. That's pretty neat, actually. So you could build a little background out of this if you really wanted to. I'm going to find out. It looks like it's too glossy for a thumbnail, but if it's not, I'll use it. And obviously this is the older Defining Moments, like before the return last year. Didn't have all the swappable hands, and I think they didn't even have double jointed elbows. Like the line was very, very different for the first time around of Defining Moments. So they are now even more deluxe figures than they were when Mattel launched them. I don't think, and if nobody watches my wrestling reviews, so I may not even get any comments on this one, but I don't believe Defining Moments were launched in 2010 or 11. I can't remember if it was 10 or 11 when Mattel got the license, but I don't think Defining Moments were one of the first sublines. I know they had the Entrance Greats and Legends. I think Defining Moments were a little bit later on. So Punk notoriously wearing the Stone Cold Steve Austin t-shirt during the promo. The yellow, black, and white gear looks pretty good to me. I cannot wait for Mattel to update these ankles, which from what I understand is happening sometime in the next year or so. I can't wait because these ankles are so outdated and just whack. I can't believe they're still using them. Hopefully, the next stop will be getting rid of these cut joint waists. Like, that is the next. Once they get these ankles and these waists fixed, these figures are just going to be perfect. Nothing is perfect, but they'll be pretty great. So this look has never been made before, and it's pretty exciting to see now. Oh, he's even got the Nexus armband on. I didn't realize that. Ooh, okay. You've got some little paint bungle going on between his fingers there, or maybe Punk just finished eating like hot dogs with his hands or something, and there's just some grease stuck between his fingers. I don't know. We are missing the drug-free tattoos on his knuckles, and the... Oh, wait a minute. So it's there on the fists, too far down because the wrist tape is not, or the hand tape is not quite, whoops, went the wrong way. Oh, and my paint is off center too. But I'm not going to be using these hands anyway, so I'm not going to bother ringside about trying to switch anything out. Yeah, that's not great. The hand tape is not done well. You see what I'm talking about with the X's? They're like typewriter X's, not hand-drawn X's. That always bothered me on the Punk figures. Drives me crazy. And with this being a new one, I'm pretty disappointed that they didn't do better on that. None of the other hands have the drug-free, and they all have the hand tape just going way too far down on the thumb and on the fingers. It looks like he's wearing like fingerless gloves. It's not the right look. Let's see here. So he's got the WWE scratch microphone, which I believe is correct. Hang on, I want that box back up here. I shouldn't have thrown it away so soon. And again, obviously referencing Mattel's own materials for this is maybe not the surest way to look at the accuracy. But I am going to leave that picture sitting up just so I can reference it. He does have the shorter elbow pad, which looks pretty good. He's got the ginormous knee pads, which are going to cause a problem when trying to recreate... Oh, I'm way too close up. When trying to recreate that pose, but I'm going to do the best I can. I bet if I heated those up... See, this is the thing that... There's a conversation to be had about how wrestling figures should do knee pads and elbow pads. Because if you do them like this, obviously it jacks up the articulation of the figure. But again, but then when you do get that bend, you get this big piece sticking out. It's hard to say how it should be done. If they're part of the figure's tooling, well, then you can't reuse thighs and knees and everything as often as Mattel does, and that's a necessity to keep this line producing as much as it produces. Here I would offer this as an alternative, which is probably not realistic for Mattel. But if you're doing something like defining moments, yeah, there is no way he's going to be anywhere near that position, which almost renders this figure like irrelevant, because this is the signature pose of this promo, to the point where Punk himself and Drew McIntyre have mocked it to this day, or used it to this day, referenced it. And the figure, there is just absolutely no way you're getting this figure in that pose. So, having released this figure that cannot do what it is supposed to do, I would say maybe they should have sculpted up some crisscross applesauce legs that you could snap onto the figure. I know that's not necessarily a reasonable suggestion, but how reasonable is it to say, hey, look at this figure of this iconic moment that you cannot recreate? I think my solution is probably going to be to go on eBay or go online and find somebody who makes custom soft goods knee pads and do that. I believe that's what I'm going to have to do. His hair I find to be too black. But I do like that they went to the effort of doing the mustache and the beard a little bit lighter. But the hair and the beard are just black. Like, I like the detail of the tattoo right there. That's a nice touch. Nice to get that. All right, let's get the shirt off and take a look at the tattoo situation, because I'm very curious to see. I have heard that the Pepsi and Cobra logos are just absent. Like, they did not put filler in their place. And yeah, that looks to be the case. But I will say, the way that they've done them, that's not horrible. And plus, again, if you're putting this figure on the shelf and you're attempting to recreate the original pose, then he's going to have the shirt on anyway. I cannot tell you how accurate the tattoos are, because I do not have a running record in my memory of Punk's tattoos and when he got them. See, if you'd asked me, I would have said his chest wasn't this filled in 2011, but I have no idea. That would have just been my speculation. I like the torso they used. It's, of course, just a little too... the shape is a little too fit and jacked, but it's not a jacked torso. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Now I'm just being picky. This is a fine Punk torso. And you know what? I really didn't, aside from the hair color, we didn't look too closely at the portrait. I think the portrait looks good. I would like a more expressive face. I wish he looked a little angrier. Now he just looks like he's about to take a nap or something. They got the lip ring on there. Sculpted and painted. Looks really good. Like, it looks like Punk, but it doesn't really look like Punk during this promo. He should look, his eyebrows should be more furrowed. He should look angrier. So, at the end of the day, as much as I'm a huge fan of CM Punk, to the point where I reviewed his figure. This is the first Punk figure, by the way. This is the first Punk figure to make it to market since his return to WWE, or at least I'm pretty sure it is, because I ordered... Now, I didn't order any of the base or main event figures, because I'm not that interested in those. But I don't think any of those have hit market yet. So yeah, this is his return figure. And it's a cool CM Punk figure, but it, in my opinion, does not succeed at all in capturing the defining moment that it is intended to. Because there is just no way to... there's no way to do it. And it doesn't... There are a few little details that just do not work for me. So, good Punk figure, bad defining moments figure. I appreciate that Mattel went for it, but it's a swing and a miss for me. So there you go. Another wrestling figure review that 18 people will watch. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about Needless Things. And until next time, buy what you like. And make the best of it. I'm probably just going to give him a mic and stand him on the shelf, and he's just Punk wearing a Stone Cold shirt, I guess. I can't wait to get some of the other ones they've got coming, because I think it looks like there's a little more success on the Money in the Bank Punk and the one of the other ones. I've got 2 more coming. And, of course, I'm sure dozens more after that. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Smash that like button if you like Needless Things.